Hey, Expediting with Lucy here again. I picked up my load down here in Missouri. I have a single pallet. It is 2,000 pounds of crushed down boxes, those little cardboard boxes you buy butter in, a little 4-pack. And it's 2,000 pounds. And I didn't catch the brand name, but it reminded me of the Land O'Lakes butter when everybody got all offended by the Indian girl on the cover, so they took her off. And it's like, that makes sense. You got rid of the Indian and kept the land. But I have a crate of that back there. There's no telling how many thousands are on there, but I am shooting straight up north, going right by Kansas City to Hillsboro, Wisconsin to drop this 1 ton of little cardboard boxes off. And this is going to be a real simple drive. Now, what I'd like to talk about is how you treat people. And it comes down to be kind. Treat everybody the same. You can have the honcho over here and the guy that scrubs toilets over there. Treat them the same. Treat them exactly the same. Be respectful. Be friendly. Don't act like someone's beneath you. It's silly. Think of this job, this adventure as you're in an episode of Undercover Boss all the time, because you literally don't know who you're talking to sometimes. But don't be hostile. Don't be negative. Don't get that off. And you're going to be all over parts of the country that you're not from, and you probably haven't spent time there. I've been to Maine, Florida, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, over to Oregon, and the farthest southwest I made it was New Mexico. I went to Roswell, New Mexico. I was delivering UFO fuel. And something you're going to find is there's people out there that don't talk normal like you and me. I'm down here in Texas where the normal people live. You go up into New England and stuff, and them people talk funny. You'll hear nuance, but don't say anything about it. I mean, you're going to hear the differences in the way people talk, and I find that kind of entertaining. But by and large, everybody you're going to bump into is going to be friendly. If you're friendly with them, they like the interaction with another friendly person, and you're going to get a good response. Every once in a while, you're going to meet that 1%er that's just. You'll know who it is, because they're not going to hold back. They're mad at their life, their job, the world. They're just mad. You'll meet those guys. Just go, okay. But don't respond to them. Just act, when they start acting up, just stand there and be bored. Don't respond to it. And the idea behind being respectful of people, I'll give you an example of how something worked out really well when I did that. I've had that policy for decades. And one time when I was flying back in the oil and gas industry, in the Gulf of Mexico, our company got called for what's called a special, which is a 1 aircraft, 1-time use. It's very profitable because they got to drop some bank to get the birds to show up, and then there's the hourly fees. And companies love getting special. We get called for a special. My boss calls me in, and I jump to the mighty Jet Ranger. If you aren't familiar with helicopters, a Bell Jet Ranger the interior is about the size of a restroom stall. It's just a little tiny aircraft. And I flew down to Port O'Connor, Texas, landed at our base. And a little while later, this is back in 2001 or 2002, when Escalades were new, and everybody was like, ooh, I have an Escalade. That Escalade pulls up. There's 2 guys in the front, 1 guy in the back. And 2 guys jump out, and they're helping the guy out of the back seat in a suit and a tie and a jacket. And really very expensive suit. And this is the Gulf of Mexico oil industry, and nobody dresses like that. So I'm like, okay, this guy's a honcho. I don't care. I'm not going to treat him different. And these guys help to get him buckled in. This guy's like stone-faced. We take off, and I start doing what I do to everybody that's stuck in the aircraft with me. I start asking questions. I start telling jokes, and he's not reacting to me. Which I get my little emotional stick and I start poking him with it. Come on, circus monkey. Come on. I'll sit there, and if you don't react, I'm gonna get worse and worse and worse, and I'm gonna get a reaction out of you. Well, we get out of the way, so we're going 60, 70 miles out. And after a while, the guy starts talking, and he starts smiling, and he starts laughing. By the time we land on the platform, it's a big drilling rig, he's laughing. He's having a good time, and we're joking. And I shut down. And he gets out of the aircraft, and as soon as he stepped out, he went stone-faced again. Okay? And we're there an hour and 15 minutes. He comes back. He's stone-faced. Everybody's running around kissing this guy's butt. We get in the aircraft. We laugh all the way to the beach. We land. He gets out, and he turns around. I'm still turning. I got the blaze turning. He sticks his head in the cockpit. He sticks his hand out. He shakes my hand. He says, "Thank you. I really enjoyed that flight." I'm like, "Cool." And he gets in his vehicle and leaves. And I fly back to our main base. And it's mid-afternoon. I put the aircraft back in the hangar, do my paperwork, and then I go home. About 8 o'clock that night, my boss calls me. And the first words out of his mouth were, "What did you do?" I went, "Oh, geez." somebody just catch me flying down the beach 5 feet off the sand again, because I haven't done that in weeks. I go, wow, what happened? He goes, did you fly this special today? And I said, yeah. He goes, well, do you know who you had on board? And I said, yeah, I had his name. He goes, do you know who that was? And I said, obviously he was a honcho. I needed this. He goes, no, you don't understand. That is the international honcho. That is the head grand poobah of this entire corporation around the world. He is the man. You know, it's like saying he's Bill Gates, or it was Elon Musk. He's the man. I went, oh, okay. And he goes, apparently he likes you. I went, well, we joked, laughed. He goes, he called me and he said that everybody treats him like a robot. They don't treat him like a person because they're like scared of him. And he goes, he's a regular guy, but they don't treat him like that. And the fact that you treated him like that, he was really enjoyed. And oh, by the way, he gave us a 9-month drilling contract that we weren't expecting, which probably paid us $1.2 million when the dust cleared, just off being friendly to somebody who, you know, is another person. You know, I don't expect that to happen in this business. But the point is, be friendly to everyone, because you really don't know who you're talking to. And when you're being friendly and talking and cracking jokes, you'd be surprised how much efficiently they become when they're dealing with you. They've got trucks, and you're the one being nice and friendly. They're like, hey, hurry up and just go load that guy's pallet, you know, just to get you on board. But people react to being friendly. They really do. And it's just something to keep in mind. You go in there like everybody else, like you've been beat down by life. You just, don't do that. Don't be that guy. Okay, so that's what I'm just trying to say. Be friendly, be kind, be nice to people. It really helps, because you can, like I say, you can attract so much more with honey, you know, than just being there being mad. I've seen people do it. They get pissed off and they're yelling. It's like, you know, dude, that ain't helping. Because that guy's going to, you know, climb up and stop helping, stop working with you. So be friendly and be kind. That's it for now. Expedite and Lucy, I'm out.